Hello friends, this is Pratik and today we are going to learn how to create a virtual private cloud, which is also known as VPC in AWS. So basically VPC is one of the basic computing service of AWS. It's kind of logically isolated section of Amazon Web Service, which allows you to launch multiple servers and other facilities or other services of the Amazon. Well, by creating a VPC, you can get a small section in which you can create as many as server you want, and as per your configuration, like if you want IPv4, IPv6, and if you want multiple subnets, if you want your own routing tables, if you want your own network gateway, customized network gateway. So all these features you can get on this platform, and you can customize the security of your VPC with security groups and access control list, like who will be able to access your which server, or which traffic you want to permit in and out of your server. So all that security you can also assign with these services. So now let's make a VPC, and after that we will create one server, one Windows based server we will create, and we'll see that in detail. So here we go. So let's after login in AWS, you need to select the services. In the service section you need to select a VPC. You can also search from here. So this is the VPC dashboard. Over here you will see the each and every features which you are getting under VPC section, that you will get over here or in overview. So here you will also get the health of your zone. So it is right now in Mumbai and it's Asia Pacific zone, and service is operating normal, no issues there. So to create a VPC you can also create a launch wizard, but let's go to the basic standard way, so we get to know that which configuration we need to do during the configuration of VPC. So click on the VPCs. After that you will see here one create VPC. So click on here. So here you need to give a name of your VPC cloud, like AWS test VPC, and you need to assign one IP address range, like here 192.168.0.0/24. So we are assigning one subnet, and this is the IP range. And if you want to assign IPv6, then you can also assign that. And if you want Amazon to provide you one IPv6 block, then you can select this block. So Amazon will provide you one IPv6 block. And if you have your own IPv6 block like this, then you can select this. You can select your IPv6. Yeah, you need to add one pool in your IPv6, then you can add it over here. So right now we don't have any IPv6 block, so we select this. And tenancy, so if you want to create your own shared cloud service, or you want a dedicated system, means a dedicated hardware, CPU or server on which you want to launch this this VPC, so that selection you can do over here. So let's go with the default one right now, and about this tags we will learn later. And just click on the VPC, and here it's ready. You just note it down, the VPC ID. It is very much helpful in all upcoming videos. So here you can see that the tenancy, it's default VPC. No, but you can set default VPC. The status is available right now. DHCP is available. This is the IPv4 block which we assign. DNS hostname is disabled. If you can also enable it, so you can, with that we will see later. Resolution also, routing table is also created, and one ACL is also created. In IPv6 pool we haven't assigned, so it's blank. Here it's about the block IP address which we assign to this VPC. So you can create as many as server, and all the server will get the IP addresses, private IP addresses from this block. And if you want IPv6, then you can add it later also. You can logs also, if you want to flow logs like in out type of thing, you can create your flow logs here. And if you have any created any tags, that tags you can see over here. Okay, then now let's see your VPC. So this is the VPC. Here you will get this information. Okay, so click on this. Here you will also see the list of information. Okay, so now we will create one subnet, right? So click on the subnet, create a subnet mask. Now you need to create one subnet. So normally we assign two subnet masks. For future videos also I will create two subnet masks. The one subnet mask is public subnet, and you need to select the VPC, this VPC already zone. Now this Amazon Web Service in APs in Mumbai region, it's divided in three different zones, sub zones: AP South 1A, AP South 1B, and AP South 1C. So A and B are for the learning purpose, you can say as a free tier. But when you launch any your VPC in South 1C or any subnet assigned in 1C, it will be the chargeable one, because it's a purely professional level. So you can select 1A or 1B. So here we select 1A. Now this is our CIDR block. So now we divide this block in two parts. One is 192.168.0.0. public 25. So this will be our public subnet. Create. No need to save this subnet ID. Close. Is ready. Now create another one. This one is private subnet. The same VPC. Now we'll select zone 1B and another 192.168.0.128-25 and create subnet. Close. So we allocated one IP range, one subnet range, right? And we divide this subnet in two parts, one as a public subnet and one as a private subnet. So both the subnet have 123 available IPs which we can assign to our server. So in each subnet you can create 123 servers. Okay, so about all of this information we will see in next videos. So now we will go to the internet gateway. Well, internet gateway is used to provide an internet connectivity to your servers. So this is very needed when you creating a server and want to provide an internet connectivity. So here we already have one internet gateway. So first of all we will delete this internet gateway. Delete internet gateway. Okay, so it will take some time. So we will create a new one, internet gateway AWS test. So this text part we will see in later. Now create internet gateway. So this is the internet gateway ID. We need to note it down. So right now the status is detached, and okay, that's all for now on here. Okay, so this one is the old internet gateway, and this is the one which we create just now. So after creating internet gateway, we need to connect this internet gateway to a VPC, so that that private cloud will get to know that how can I connect to the internet. So from the action menu attached to the VPC, we need to select the VPC, This AWS command line interface we will see in later. You can also do this from the command line. So right now we are using this graphical user interface to connect internet gateway with the VPC. Now attached VPC gateway, and now it's connected. So now we need to know that which public IP it has, right? So first of all we will go elastic IP. So no elastic IP is available right now, so we will assign one IP. Okay, so here it's ready, I guess. Yeah, internet gateway is ready. So now we update the route table, in which we will update the routing table, in which we point out all the traffic of this VPC point out towards the internet gateway. So this is the default routing table, so we will create a new routing table. You can update that default one also. So routing table AWS test VPC, we need to select a VPC for which we want to create a routing table and create. So routing table is created. Now we need to associate the subnet. So we are going to give that internet access to this routing table. So we will connect this public subnet mask to this routing table. So we will click on the edit submit button, associations, then we will click and we'll select public subnet and click on the save. Now after saving this, we'll click on the route. Here you will see that all the traffic, internal local traffic, is active. So now we will update the route. We'll tell them that all the traffic will be targeted to the internet gateway. So here we need that internet gateway ID. If this is we are doing from the command line interface, then we will require this internet gateway IDs and all. So here we are getting from the pop-up drop down menu. So now save the route. Route is saved. Close. Okay, so we are good with the VPC is created, internet gateway is attached, routing is available, subnet is ready. Now we are going to create one server. So let's move on the server. Okay, so to create a server, you just need to click over here. You need to create EC2 compute. Now this is the same type of dashboard which we show on VPC. So we will create from here standard step by step instance. In AWS, that servers they call as an instance. So here we will click on the launch instance. So these are the standard operating system which Amazon providing us. This Amazon Linux is their proprietary operating systems. Which one is free? You will get Red Hat, SUSE, Ubuntu. You will get Microsoft also. Different versions of Microsoft is also available. 16, 19, 12. So all mostly famous operating system you will get over here. So let's go with this Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base version. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, this free tier eligibles are free operating system which you can use, and which are not mentioned as the free tier. These are the chargeable one. So charges are based on the operating system, so that we will see later on that what are the charges of it. So we'll go with the free tier eligible. So select it. Now there are different type of CPUs are there for different purpose. So like if you want to use your server for the general purpose, like launching some small level application or website, or else you want to use for compute optimize, you want more GPU, or this one is the new one, machine learning. If you want if your application is to regarding to the machine learning, then you will get some add-ons regarding to the machine learning. If you want more memories, if you want more storage, so these are the instance types and these are the generations. Okay, so we will go with the general purpose right now. So we will select the T2 micro, in which we will get one CPU, 1 GB RAM, EBS storage, and this network performance is low to moderate, and it also supports IPv6. So now we will create configuration instance detail. Here we can create a number of instances. If you want to create one server, then you need to enter 1. If you want to create at a time 5 servers, then you can create 5. All 5 servers which you create with the same configuration. So here right now you require only 1. Now here if you want a sport instance, like you want dedicated RAM or everything on a particular hardware you want, then you need to click on the request port instance. Now then here you need to click on select which VPC you want to connect, and here you need to choose the subnet mask, and here you want to assign that you want to provide a public IP or not. Default it will be disabled, you need to enable it, but all these options we will see later on. IAM role, domain join, shutdown behaviors and all, shared, dedicated instance and all. Okay, so let's move on to the next stage, add storage. So this is the basic requirement of 30 GB. You can increase it 50, 150, 1000, whichever you want. We go with the 30 only because this is the minimum requirement, and you can choose the different type of volumes like general purpose, provision IPOs, IO1. These are two different types that we will see in later. Magnetic standard one, which we were using in old PCs, so that is also available. IOPS, input outputs, is also available. 100 to 3000 burstable. Throughput is not available right now. And delete on termination, so when you delete this instance, the storage will get deleted. If you don't want to delete it, if you want to keep this storage as it is, you can just click on this, so it won't get deleted when you delete the instance. Now if you want to encrypt it, you can also encrypt this this hard disk, but this encryption will be chargeable one, so keep in mind. So okay, so we are ready for now, and move to the next, add text. So this thing we will see later on. Now configuration group, this is the group in which we can assign the connectivity of the VPC or instance. You can say that right now this predefined access is already there, in which RDP is there. RDP is a TCP protocol and which works on 3389 protocol, and source is random, and this is the description. So instead of that, you want to control the which traffic you want to allow towards your server, that you can choose from here. Like you want to allow SSH traffic, only DNS, POP3, which traffic you want, you can choose it. According to that, the port will get changed. Now I am allowing all traffic, so we can access the server via RDP, HTTP, whichever way we want. So all the port range will be accessible. And now source, if you want the system let use from your own IP address only, then you can choose my IP address and you need to enter your IP address, or the system will automatically take your right now live IP address, live public IP address. System will take it automatically. can select anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, you can access it. And if you want to customize it, you can customize it. Now, what is the difference between custom and anywhere, you will ask. Now the anywhere is, this option will enable you to control your instance from anywhere in the world. You can control from mobile, laptop, servers, tablets, and from anywhere you want, you will be able to control it. My IP, it will automatically take your public IP address without asking you. Now customize one, it will allow you to give the control to any specific IP address. If you want to give the IP address of your client, that is also possible over here. Right now I will select from anywhere and review instance launch, and you can see the overview, which OS you have selected, what type of instance you have selected, CPU, RAM you have selected, what is the security group you have assigned, instance details, storage, every information you will be able to review over here. So now click on the launch. Now here you will get one key pair. Without this key pair you won't be able to access your instance. So now we will create new key. You can choose existing key also. So here we will create the new one. Let's go with AWS test win. It's good. Now download the key pair. Okay, it's downloaded. Now launch the instance. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes. Sometimes it takes 6 to 7 minutes. It depends on the time. I'm not sure how why it takes so much time. Okay, so you can click on the view instance. The instance is creating. Status is pending. Here you can see that availability zone is 1A. Public IP is already assigned because we selected. Monitoring is disabled. You can also monitor your instance, like you can monitor the speed, your network consumptions, all this information you can monitor through here. You can choose the security group, this key name, and launch time when you launch this instance. Now it's running. Now status is initializing. After the initialization done, we will be able to access it. You can name it over here, test instance, save it. You will get some more information about your instance over here, like instance ID, public IP address, private IP address. Private IP address for DNS name. You can access your system, your instance through this DNS name. Subnet ID, VPC ID, instance name, all the requirement basic information you can see over here. Let's see. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, so I hope now it is, yeah, it's ready. So now we will launch this instance. So click on here. Why it takes too much time? Oh, sorry, I forgot to select it. Click on the action, connect it. Okay. Get password. Okay, sorry, I forgot to share some information with you. Okay, so when you are here, so when you click on the connect button, you will see that you will be able to connect with SSH and different types over here. Okay, so we need to create one RDP connection, remote desktop file. Okay, then here is our public IP address. This is a username, and to get the password. Now here we need to upload that configuration, that key, the AWS test win .pm key we need to upload over here. So now decrypt it. So this will be the password. So we need to copy this, need to download remote desktop file, or else you can go to your run menu and select mstsc. Then you need to enter the IP address and click on connect. One window will be pop up. So you need to choose an alternate account to get login. Now here the username they have given, the administrator, password, you need to copy paste. Click on the OK. Connectivity established. You need to select yes for the certification, and server is ready. It's loading. Now the server is ready. Yes. Wait for a while it takes little bit of time to get it ready. So see, just few easy steps and your server will be ready. No worry about the hardware purchase, no worry about the maintenance, no worry about the power, nothing. You can access this server from wherever you want. You can increase the RAM, storage whenever you want. So I would like to prefer that this is the best solution we can go with. This is the future. Yeah, so now it's loaded. Here you can see the host name of your system, instance ID, it means server ID. You can see the public IP address, so it means that this server has the internet connectivity. The private IP address, which instance size it is, where it is hosted, architecture, RAM, and network performance. So just few steps and your server is get. I want to add some more point on it. So if you want to delete this instance, then what will you do and how can you do it? Because if your instance is active and you don't delete it without any use, then it will charge the costing, it will start your billing cycle. So if you don't want to use it now, don't create it. Create it when you only want to use it. So now we will delete all this setup. So how we will delete this? We just simply close this connection. Okay, we'll go to the EC2. Here is the instance. Now we will go to the action. Here the instance states are there. So either you can stop this server. To stop, it simply means to shut it down. You can reboot it and you can terminate it. So let's terminate it. Just select terminate and click on the termination. Termination process is initiated. The system is shutting down. It will take some time, around 3 to 4 minutes to get it done. So after a while this process is running, we will do one thing. We will close other services. So we will again go to the VPC. So here first of all we will go to the internet gateway. we will detach from VPC. Okay, it's detached. Now we will delete it. Delete internet gateway. Now confirm. Delete internet gateway. Okay, it's deleted. Now we will delete the subnets. Select both, delete subnets. Okay, it's deleted. Now if you want to delete the routing table, you can. If you don't want, then when you delete the VPC, the routing table will automatically get deleted. So now we will go to the VPC. Now we will select the VPC and we will go to the delete VPC. Here you will see that along with this VPC, which other resources will be deleted. So this routing table, see, it will automatically get deleted. So now confirm, delete, and click on delete this process, and here we go. When you see the VPC dashboard, see every resources we have surrendered. So DHCP option set this resource is not chargeable one, so if it's okay if it's shows occupied. So here we go, back to the dashboard. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Next time we'll get back to you with some new updates. Till then, join with us. Take care. Bye bye.